I really fell in love with Tirana. It's my first time, and it's really an amazing city. And I will go through our, let's say, approach in digital design and urban planning. I'm very happy that in company Chybik Kristof, we set up innovation lab research, where we focus on new tools and new methodologies to do good job, let's say. Why actually we use computation power and AI. So it's there. We have really new opportunity to use computer in a right way, because now we are able to not just store data and compress data, but now we are able to handle huge amount of data. And with that, we are able to maybe more understand our universe, our, let's say, humanity, and all things around us, because now it's the time to, let's say, thank you modernism, it was enough, let's go further to better understand our environment, nature, and universe. And I understand in that time it was only way to do that. Like, really manifest, yes, I'm here, I'm human, I have spirit, I have pencil, I can draw the city. But it's not possible now. We know that this is an end. And this picture is important because even we use AI, we still are generating the same form like a modernism, which is pity, because we should maybe more asking questions. What will be the result? What is the problem? And not like predict the problem by our mind, but maybe start to be more creative and more open to finding solution. And as we do, at the beginning we set up the concept, we ask the question, then I call it, we build a vehicle, which could be data sets, could be equation, rules. Then we go to generate the proto architectures and test it on the site, and it's kind of circle that you have iteration, and you are not like drawing one version for a week. You are able to get 1,000 of versions, and then you can choose what is better for you, or you can also test it. I'm very happy for the previous debate, because I'm also a big fan of the forest, because the forest doesn't grow from the big trees, it's starting from small plants, insects, mycelium. It's a very complex system, which we don't understand, never mind. With these tools, we are able to find the patterns and maybe apply the similar strategies into the new urban approach. And another thing, I really love Peter Eisenman and his kind of palimpsest idea, because when we are going on the site, it's not tabula rasa. There are informations, there are a lot of things which we can use as a traces for the next, let's say, planting the new city or new forest. And we have all the data. It's already there. Like, you don't need like 1,000 different data. Maybe you can start from simple things and use them in clever way. But the most important thing is to interpret data in the right way. It's just, rough thing, and you should use your methodology, use it in a good way to go further. For example, we did this in Brno, because I'm from Brno. We did this at the Faculty of Architecture with the students. There's rail networks, and the green area, it's very empty, like brownfield. And with all this analysis, we just find, okay, there are train stations which are not used with the public. So if we connect them with the public transport situation, the city will look like very differently, and the whole area could be, used for residents and people. So we started with the parametric model. You know that from the 90s, we were able to generate the first form, which is good, but we know that parametric model is not enough, We always forget some parameters, or maybe our thoughts are not so clever or good. But yeah, we can get ideas, we can handle complex things. But then we went into the more kind of democratic system or flexible system, how we can plan the city, which could be more kind of open to do competition, not like plan the fixed situation, but predict kind of future. And this is going from the Ferris New York zoning law with light. So we coded the systems and used the genetic algorithm to generate answers. And it's actually amazing that we are able to handle the whole city in one time. So we are trying to get as mass volume as possible, but in the same time, we measure the light, and each plot will get the same light like the others. It's negotiation, and even if we build some plots there, so we can recalculate the model. And this was the output, but we were not happy with this just slicing these envelopes into plates. It's also modernistic, but also not so clever. But luckily enough, this discrete method came up around 2016-17 with Jiri Vitek. So we were able to set really proper topological model. When we say, okay, we have, for example, private, semi-private, public spaces, we set the rules, how they should be connected, and then we are able to apply that model into the envelope. And then, again, we get a lot of iterations. We are able to negotiate with the client, with the part, like residents, whatever. It's flexible model. And then easily stable diffusion model coming. So you are able very fast to make, from the just sketch kind of illustration. And all you know, this person doesn't exist. Yeah, you know this guy. Okay, that's cool. You should introduce me. But it's 2019 something when GAN neural networks came. And it was a big change, because then instead of parametric model, we were able to handle a really huge amount of data in total new way. And that was amazing opportunity to test, combining the nature systems with the city systems. And we started with this dune and city, to merging them together to find a new kind of organization of the city, which could be better. And the thing is, we don't maybe understand how the dunes are happening, but we can use this kind of morphology or hidden topographical and topological systems into the new configuration of the city. Yes? So then we play with the peaks-to-peaks, where you can have kind of control learning system. And it was amazing time, like 2021. This takes a lot of time, but also you need to generate your own data set. You are not kind of using what was done by another one. You can test by yourself. We built this urban generator when you can control, volumes, solar analysis, view, area. You have all this under control. But when you run this into the, let's say, more complex things, it takes time. So to handle the whole city will take hours, iteration. It's like, if it's more than 1 second, it's slow. But then it's time for neural network. So you generate your data sets, and then you go, yes, you can really make a sketch like this, immediately. But then you test your data set with the neural networks to generate new context or variations. And then really boom of stable diffusion comes. And we start to play with that. We did almost 5,000 jobs to create a new way how we can connect architecture with the nature. It's still the idea with the successive palimpsest, so forest and palimpsest, in new way. And you can also use the site. You still have big control on that. And you plan the model, and it's also big fun, because you will be surprised with the solution. And then why we should do architecture when we know how it will end up. We are asking questions to finding new solution. Yeah, it's my favorite. But it's not necessary to go crazy. You can learn from the pattern and be rational. That's also possible. It's up to you. It's up to your actually imagination about your creativity and what you want to do. And again, what we did in 2021, it takes like 1 week, you know. Now we are able to do that in hours, which is fascinating. And we are able to create a model and connect this model with the text, you know. So now we are super happy that, and it's just beginning, you know. We will be in next year, I don't know where we will be, but this is the proper AI hallucination, and you blend the iterations between them, and you can stop there. Oh, I love this, you know, and you will push the screen. Okay, what do you like? Stop here. It's fine. But then, you know, I can imagine the future that we will use also. And this is last one for you. It's Tirana in the Futurama. So now we are able just to generate the movie with the text, you know. So the approach is you put your idea into the open chat, let's generate a prompt for me. And then you get the video, and thank you for watching. It was a pleasure.